My name is Andy Miller, and I'm going to model deglutition, also known as swallowing. Humans fuel their bodies by eating food and breaking it down to give them energy. Food needs a way to get from the mouth to the stomach. This is why deglutition is so important. Swallowing is initially a voluntary action, but once it is started, it cannot be stopped. It begins when chewed up food passes over the palatal arches and uvula, stimulating tactile receptors. This information is then brought to the swallowing center of the medulla oblongata. Then, it hits the trigeminal and glossopharyngeal nerves, which pertain to chewing and taste. Deglutition can be broken down into three different phases: the buccal phase, the pharyngeal phase, and the esophageal phase. The first stage of deglutition is the buccal phase. The buccal phase begins when food is broken down by the teeth, a process known as mastication. The chewed food and saliva is then formed into a bolus. In this picture, the large green oval behind the tongue represents the bolus. The bolus is then compressed against the hard palate, causing the tongue to contract into the oropharynx. This elevates the soft palate, forcing the nasopharynx to be sealed off. The next stage of deglutition is called the pharyngeal phase. This begins as the bolus starts to go down the throat. The epiglottis folds downward to block the bolus from going into the trachea. The final step of deglutition is the esophageal phase. This begins when the pharyngeal muscles push the bolus towards the esophagus. Once it enters, a process called peristalsis pushes the bolus towards the stomach through a wave of muscles contracting and relaxing. Finally, the bolus triggers the esophageal sphincter to open, forcing it into the stomach. You have just seen a model of deglutition. Thanks for watching.